I'm pretty sure that this franchise in just 2 movies has pulled off what 3 seasons of Chuckie couldn't do. And that's be interesting. M3GAN 2.0. Or M3GAN. Or M3GAN versus Amelia. I guess we'll do the terrible title turning later. This movie, I was completely not excited for. There was a piece of me that just thought there's no way that lightning is going to strike twice. I don't think there's a big TikTok push on this one. I don't know. I'm not on that enough. Post a few little videos on there every now and then for this stuff. And other than that, I feel like a whore in church. But all marketing and pushing aside, I think they did a really good job with this one. The director, Gerald Johnstone, returned for it. I think he did a damn good job twice. This movie has a mild MacGuffin premise, but it takes that and it kind of subverts it a few times and then kind of goes back to it. I don't want to go into too much detail because of spoilers, but I will say I did enjoy that because there was a moment I'm like, is there going to be a sky beam in this movie? Are we trying to like just be Marvel? Because it's kind of done the Evil Dead thing. And I know all the Evil Dead fans are about to start like, what? That's horror classic. Yeah, but you think about Evil Dead 1 to Army of Darkness and Evil Dead 2. And I'm really curious what M3GAN 3.3 or whatever the hell they're going to call it will be. Is that going to be an Army of Darkness-like movie? Because it could go there. This movie has totally taken the PG-13 horror genre that it was born into to kind of be like, here's TikTok Chuckie, and turn it into, hey, check this out. What if we did a Terminator 2 Judgment Day style of thing with M3GAN here, and we made her more of the protagonist instead of the antagonist. I mean, that's not spoiling that much to say. Obviously, this is not a slasher flick. I don't think the first one was too much, but this one has some more of those kind of like, we gotta stop her heisty elements that the first film had. But this is way more of a sci-fi thriller comedy than it is any type of horror movie. There is gore in it. There's a severed limb or two, but there's no like body horror. There's nobody getting their eyes gouged out. And when something really brutal happens, the PG-13 camera kind of turns away and leaves it to your imagination. And I think that's fine in this film. M3GAN stole the show again. Her dialogue is very, very, very well put together. Her comedic timing is perfect. I found myself laughing a lot more in this film than I thought I was going to. Full disclosure, I took my 12-year-old daughter to it. Took her to the other one when that one came out, and she enjoyed the first one. I think she said she enjoyed the first one a little more than this one. I think I did too, just because the first one was a little bit more sealed up, wasn't trying to do too much. There is a few times in this movie where it pushes against its bounds to try to do a lot with a lot of different characters. I will say there is a character in this film that is supposed to be like a caricature of like Elon Musk, and they nailed it. Like every time this guy was doing dialogue at a certain point, it's just like, oh man. Oh, wow. This is just imagine how I feel like this guy talks to his teams at SpaceX and the Boring Company and Tesla and so forth. Like, good job, guys. However, leave me alone. And there's a lot of subversion with characters. Like I said, it's not just MacGuffin subversion. There's oh my God, I didn't really see that coming with that character. That's pretty cool. That's with the girl that played Shin Hati and Ahsoka, Ivana Shankno? I butchered that. I'm not good with names, but they casted the perfect person to be the robot cyborg fighting the other robot. I don't know if they're really considered cyborgs because, well, I guess I can't tell because M3GAN's flesh looks very rubbery, not like flesh coated, but the other one is, I guess she's definitely a cyborg. There are some moments where they make fun of the first film and things that happen in the first film within this one, like some singing scenes and stuff. And I was literally rolling like in my seat laughing because it's just, the movie's very self-aware of what it is. I mean, the opening scene is something straight out of like a Transformers movie, like major whatever, guys in a control room commanding something, and it is as cheesy as all get out. And I think it knows that. And then when the shit hits the fan at the end of that scene, it makes those cheeseball characters all the more enjoyable. I would give this a solid B. It's a good B movie. I feel like this has just been the summer of me rating things B, B plus, B minus. But this one's, I enjoyed it enough. I think that I would watch it again. The returning cast, the little girl that plays Katie, that's from The Haunting of Hill House. It's fun, like seeing her grow up from that series to the first M3GAN to this one. I don't know what else she's been in, but she did a really, really good job. Worrisome, sometimes you see child actors like, oh, well, we got to keep casting this kid. But they did a really good job doing like the time jump in the movie to fit like her age difference. And there's some really cool, I would almost like to do a spoiler video on this one. Put in the comments below if you'd like to see it. Because there are some really funny things that M3GAN has done in this film that aren't in the trailer. The trailer does not spoil a lot of the good shit in this film, which is great. There's no post-credit scene, which always makes me want to give a movie a fucking good rating. So that's really cool. No scene lingers or overstays its welcome that much. Let's see, what is a good terrible title turning for this film? Let's go with She Bought 2 Omnigod Judgment Day. That's a mouthful, but it's not as stupid as putting a 3 in the middle of someone's name. Remember, I do all this stuff without a script and don't really think about it. That's a nice, terrible title. All right, so what's your favorite horror movie that has a doll, or your favorite robot horror movie? Or what would you call this movie? What would you call the first one? Would you just spell M3GAN right? I think that would have been a really good idea. Because it's really funny when you're researching these and when you're diving down the hole and you see M3GAN. Let me know what you thought of M3GAN 2.0. I've been Johnny Stitches, and I'm going to go do something else now. All right, here I go.